This is my post-fight reaction for Keyshawn Davis versus Miguel Madueno. I think Madueno did an excellent job, man. He showed up. This is what I was kind of afraid of because I knew that Madueno never been stopped before, and uh, it was going to be another situation where possibly people were going to sleep on him like they did with Claggett. And those guys, with those two facing each other, I noticed that those guys were pretty tough fighters, man. They're pretty tough. I feel like Keyshawn Davis could have put a lot more punches together to the body. He could have stopped this guy. He definitely could have stopped him. He let him off the hook a few times. It was a tough fighter, man. He was a tough guy to get out of there. One or two punches wasn't going to get the job done. I feel like a lot more of these combinations got to get put together for these guys, especially like Keyshawn, to get this certain guys out of the way if you want to go for a knockout. Can't let everything go to the judges, especially in a fight with a guy like that. Um, it was definitely a rough fight. These guys were hitting each other with a lot of cheap shots. It just became that kind of fight after a while. They wasn't waiting on the referee to break things up. Um, Keyshawn was doing an excellent job boxing and moving out the way, changing his levels, moving his head, staying off the line. Another thing I liked that he was doing was using the jab. He could have used it a lot more. He wasn't jabbing a lot because he could have kept Mariano at a distance, like to the point where he couldn't. He was walking in too much. You know what I'm saying? That jab, he got to use that jab more consistently because he was letting them just walk into his space too much. Mariano was just walking in, walking him down, and I didn't feel like he should be able to do that in the fight, especially with a guy like Keyshawn Davis, man. He shouldn't be able to get away with that kind of fighting style. That happened a little too much. But when he was going to the body and landing the big shot upstairs, landing that right hand, right hooks, throwing some big left hooks too, but he didn't keep it consistently going. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he could have broke him down. He took some of his best shots, but uh, three or four combinations, three or four punch combinations would have been better. Just instead of these 1-2 shots, these single shots, they're hard punches, but accumulation of punches is better against certain guys who, have a good chin or they got good punch resistance. They're not just gonna go in there and just catch a couple of shots and then fold and lay down. These guys been getting punched their whole life, so a lot of these guys ain't just folding. And with Madueno, man, he was a rough guy. He was aggressive, tough, threw some big power punches. Was letting Keyshawn know that he was not to be played with. He's not going anywhere. He wasn't just gonna walk through him. It was a very good fight. He's not somebody you can sleep on. I told people Madueno is a tough fighter, man. I was very, very borderline about Keyshawn Davis getting a knockout or not. I said knockout, but he didn't put it together the way he should have, man. He could have got him out of there, but he didn't put it together the right way. He really didn't. Not enough combinations for me, in my mind. He did a lot of combinations throughout the fight, but at a high level, he should have been consistently going with combinations. Too much clinching going on. A lot of inside fighting going on, but it wasn't too many punches exchanged on the inside. Not like it should have been. It should have been some big blows going on, a lot of uppercuts, just a lot of punches not being used the way they should have been. Um, but Keyshawn did an excellent job, though. He dominated overall. Madueno couldn't do much, just with the hand speed and the power. But overall, he gave him a tough fight. Probably one of the toughest fights he done had so far. That definitely was a tough fight. They fought all the way to the end of the bell. And they were both in great shape. It was a good fight, man. I was very impressed. But yeah, Keyshawn, he fought good in the fight. He didn't get the knockout, but he did everything he was supposed to. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.